Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Because of my health issues, I am not able to take the class. I am having high fever. Today I am feeling little better. Still I have the fever, but from last 3 days I am not able to take the classes. That's why I am taking the classes today. If my voice is low, please if my voice is low, please from last 3 days I am not able to take the classes. That's why yes, if possible, I will take one more class in the evening, maths class. Let us consider, let us discuss in this class thermodynamics MCQs. Last class only I told I uploaded the theory part of thermodynamics, Carnot engine, heat engine, then law of thermodynamics. I told Sunday I will discuss based on the topic. Because of my health issues, because of my high fever, even I am not able to sit. That's why I am not able to take the classes from last 3 days. Today I am feeling well. Okay, and now onwards I will try to take the classes continuously. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. I know those they are preparing to watching my videos, they are waiting my classes. Even my voice is little low because I don't have that much of energy to talk loudly. Please adjust with me. Yes, let us discuss. Well, okay, done. Last class only. Okay, the voice is clear. Let us discuss the MCQ questions. First question: an ideal Carnot engine extracts 100 joule from a heat source and jumps to 40 joule to a heat sink at 300 Kelvin. The temperature of the heat source is. This problem is based on Carnot engine. Let us discuss what is meant by the Carnot engine. A Carnot engine is a theoretical thermodynamic cycle proposed by Leonard Carnot, that is the scientist name who discovered the Carnot engine. It estimates the maximum possible efficiency that a heat engine during the conversion process of heat into work. See the what is the use of Carnot engine. It estimates the maximum possible efficiency. How much efficiency? Otherwise, what is the capability of heat engine? The working of a heat engine by converting the conversion process of heat into work. Carnot engine, normally we will supply a heat it will be converted into a proper work. The efficiency of a Carnot engine is nothing but the ability of doing the work for a particular engine. Conversely, working between two reservoir can possible. Here the Carnot engine, it will work depends upon the two reservoir. That in detail I will explain. And those you watched my theory class of Carnot engine, heat engine, there I uploaded the theory part. If you want a detailed explanation, please watch those classes. Okay, I will check whether my voice is audible or not. 1 minute. Voice is clear. Let us the temperature of the heat, so possible efficiency out of the heat. So, yes, this is it will be correct because no one is there in the live. I have to check the voice whether it is coming properly or not. Here in the question they are given Q1 it will be 100 joule. The ideal Carnot engine extract 100 joule from a heat source and dumps 40 joule to a sink. Okay, then here 100 joule, then Q1 it will be 100 joule, Q2 it will be 40 joule. The temperature T1 they are not given, T2 it will be 300 Kelvin. You know the ratio Q1 by Q2. This it will be equal to T1 divided by T2. Q1 they are given 100 divided by 40. T1 we have to find, then divided by 300. Then T1 it will be equal to 100 into 300 divided by 40. Simplify, you will get T1 temperature it will be 750 Kelvin. Easy in the Carnot engine. This type of problem definitely they will ask in Karnataka TT because they are given Q1, Q2 and T2 heat. When heat is related to sink, we will consider as T2. Okay, T2 it will be 300. And then heat, the temperature of the heat source, heat, heat source, this one we will consider as the temperature T1. Then when the heat is flowing out of the sink, otherwise through the sink, that we will consider as Q2. Then Carnot engine, how much the heat it will consume, that we will consider as a Q1. In sink we will consider as a Q2. Q2 it will be 40, 100. Simplify, you will get the value. Let us move to the next question. The refrigerator works on which of the following principle? The refrigerator works on which of the following principle? First one is osmosis, second one is evaporation, third one is dispersion, fourth one is more than one of the above. Yes, everyone you know, refrigerator it will. Is this audible now? Those who are telling ma'am your voice is too low, is this audible now? Is this okay now? I told no, because of my health issues I am not able to talk loudly. Is this okay now? Audible now? Okay, I will increase little more. And also in your mobile, please increase your volume because I am wearing the mic also. Okay, I will try to talk loudly. The refrigerator works on which of the following principle? First option is osmosis, second one is evaporation, third one is dispersion, fourth option is more than one of the above. The refrigerator it will works on the principle of evaporation. It will, yes. How? Let us discuss in detail. Is my voice is audible now? The electrical appliances which keeps the object cool is called as a refrigerator. What is the use of refrigerator? It will keep the electrical appliances, otherwise whatever the food, vegetables, fruits, everything you will keep inside the refrigerator, that it will make the object to cool. Okay. Then the refrigerator it will works on the principle of Carnot cycle. An ideal cycle that gives maximum possible efficiency is called as a Carnot cycle. Yes, what is mean by Carnot cycle? The efficiency, otherwise the capability, otherwise the Carnot engine, it will gives maximum efficiency, otherwise it will work properly. 100% accuracy it will be there. That one only we will consider here. Next one, the five basic parts of refrigerator are expansion valve, evaporation coils, compressor, radiator, pipes, refrigerant. These are the five main parts in the refrigerator. The expansion valve lower the temperature of the refrigerant by expanding it. What is the use of expansion valve? What will happen inside the fridge? We will keep food items, then vegetables, fruits, then some grains, even milk, curd, everything we will keep inside the fridge. Then to maintain a proper, otherwise without fungus, without foil that food, we have to maintain the lower temperature. How much possible we have to maintain the lower temperature. Then this expansion valve lower the temperature. Then this valve it will help to lower the temperature of the refrigerant by expanding it. The valve it will get expand. Then it follows through the chilling cabinet, cooling it down. Then it will become cool. The other component control the flow of refrigerant and radiate out of the heat. What will happen after cooling? What will happen, whatever the heat present in the refrigerator, that it will get radiate out of the fridge. Means the heat is heat, first of all, that expansion wall, it will expand, it will cool the refrigerator, then whatever the content, heat content, it will be there inside the refrigerator, that it will get radiated out of the refrigerator. The basic principle is that whenever a liquid coolant is passed through things at higher temperature, it absorbs the heat, get evaporated, then cooling effect is produced. Then here in the inside the refrigerator, we will allow a coolant. What will happen? The it is passed through things at a higher temperature. In then what this coolant it will do? It will absorb the heat. Then that heat it will get evaporated, and cooling effect is continuously it will be there inside the fridge. Therefore, the refrigerator it will works on the principle of evaporation. Therefore, the correct answer for this question, the refrigerator works on which of the following principle? Principle evaporation. Next, let us move to the next question. Is my voice is audible now? Those who are live, please tell me. I think everyone, all the teachers, you will be working at this time. Maybe you are not able to attend the live classes, but when you are having the free time, please watch the class. Yes, thank you. Next, the internal energy of a gas dash in an isothermal process. What is mean by isothermal process? The process it will occur at constant temperature. The internal energy of a gas is dash in an isothermal process. First option decreases, second option increases, third option remains constant, fourth option more than one of the above. Let us discuss the answer. The internal energy of a gas in an isothermal process, it will be remains constant. How? Let us discuss. This law is very important. Whatever I am explaining, you know, first law of thermodynamics, even zeroth law is there. That all the laws I will explain once again in the shorter way. Okay. Whatever the theory class I included, that I complete explanation I included there, but here I will revise it fastly because I will discuss the question based on the laws of thermodynamics. That's why those who are not able to watch that classes, at least this class like a quick revision. Okay. According to first law of thermodynamics, it states that conversion conservation of energy in the thermodynamical process. Conservation of energy is nothing but energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. You can only transfer from one form to another form. That is the meaning of conservation of energy. Then this first law of thermodynamics, it will be based on the conservation of energy. According to heat given to a system, that is delta Q, is equal to sum of the increase in internal energy and also work done by the system against the surrounding. This delta Q, it will indicate heat. Whatever the heat you are giving to the system, always it will be equal to the sum of increase in the internal energy. Delta U means internal energy. Then how much amount of work done by the system against the surrounding. Always these two it will be equal. How much of energy you are giving to the system, that how much of heat you are giving to the system, delta Q, this it will be equal to the sum of energy increased, sum of increase in its internal energy, then amount of work done in the by the system against the surrounding. Always this equation it has to satisfied. This one we will only consider as conservation of energy. It makes no distinction between the work and heat as according to its internal energy. Hence, temperature of a system may increase either by adding heat or doing work on it, or both. Always this equation it has to satisfy. Let us consider what is meant by an isothermal process. When a thermodynamic system undergoes a physical change in such a way that its temperature remains constant, The change is known as isothermal process. Isothermal process means the temperature is always constant. Whatever the Carnot engine it will work, that time you have to keep the temperature constant. As we know that the internal energy of a system is a function of temperature alone. So isothermal process, the internal energy of the gas it will be remains constant. Always you have to remember this internal energy delta U. Delta U it is nothing but internal energy. This it will be remains constant when temperature is constant. Otherwise, in the case of an isothermal process, internal energy is it will be remains change. Therefore, the correct answer for this question is the internal energy of a gas in an isothermal process. The internal energy it will be remains constant. Understood? Always you have to remember in the case of an first law of thermodynamics, the another name is conservation of energy. In this case, delta Q always equal to delta U plus delta W. Remember this equation. This is enough. Next one. Next question. The heat sink in a heat engine is used to. What is the use of heat sink? See, in the Carnot engine, we are having the source of one is source, another one is sink. From the source, heat we are giving. Then using that heat, the Carnot engine or heat engine, they will do the work. After doing the work, they will use some amount of heat. Then remaining amount of heat, they will be leave in the sink. Then what is the use of heat sink in a heat engine? First one, supply the heat to the engine for doing the work. Second one, eject the extra heat from the engine after work done by the engine. Third option, store the heat energy. Fourth one, more than one of the above. Already I told heat sink, whatever the extra heat is there after doing the work done, then that extra heat that it has to be ejected the extra heat from the engine after doing the work. That is the use of the sink. Through the sink we will eject extra heat. Let us discuss here. See, the idealized heat engine is one that is operated in a reversible manner or engine that flows. Carnot cycle has no internal friction and inefficiencies but those that are fundamental. No heat engine can be have an efficiency greater than reversible heat engine. Okay, this is the information. Consider here this is the heat engine or Carnot engine. Then here anything I included here. Okay, okay, leave. I think one more slide I included. I forgot to take that slide. Okay, leave. Then here TL, this TH is the this is the Carnot engine. It will works between two heat and two different temperature. Then amount of heat it will be different. When some amount of heat is used for doing a work, then after doing the work the extra heat it will be there, that heat it will be ejected with the help of the sink. The heat engine takes heat from the heat source or reservoir, does the work. Heat engine or heat source we will consider as Q1. After doing the work the extra heat is ejected to the heat sink. Yes, extra work it will be, extra heat it will be ejected. Heat source is at higher temperature, TH, heat sink it will be the lowest. Always TH, this TH it will be greater than TL. TL means whatever the with the help of the sink extra heat it will be ejected, that it will be less. Heat sink is used to eject the extra heat from the, yes, already we discussed. Let us move to the next question. Rate of evaporation is inversely proportional to, rate of evaporation is inversely proportional to, wait a minute I will come back. Okay. Rate of evaporation is inversely proportional to first option surface area, second option temperature, third option humidity, fourth option more than one of the above. Rate of evaporation is inversely proportional to humidity. Let us discuss in detail how the rate of evaporation it will be depends upon all the criteria, then how it will be inversely proportional to humidity. Let us discuss in detail because this question is very important. Here they are asked the question based on the humidity, even different parameters or their surface area, temperature, humidity, how they will affect the rate of evaporation. Let us discuss in detail. What is mean by an evaporation? Is the phenomenon of change in liquid into a vapor. Simple definition of evaporation is nothing but uh, change in a liquid into a vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. Below reaching the boiling point only when the liquid is started, it will start evaporating. Rate of evaporation it will be depends upon surface area, temperature, humidity, wind, speed. Surface area, if the surface area increases, yes, the rate of evaporation increases because the see, consider this surface area compared to this one. When surface area is more, the rate of evaporation it will be more. Evaporation easily it can takes place. You can observe in your home when you if you cook in the small container compared to the large container, the evaporation in the large container it will be more because the surface area it will be more. Then that means the surface area is directly proportional to the rate of evaporation. Very easy. Then let us discuss how the rate of evaporation it will be depends upon temperature. With the increase in temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. What will happen? Consider a vessel here. If I increasing the temperature, see here all the particles they will be in the liquid form, they are loosely arranged like this. When you increase the temperature, these particles they will move with higher kinetic energy. When they started moving with higher kinetic energy, easily they can get evaporated. That's why with the increase in temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. With the increase in temperature, the rate of evaporation increases, decrease with decrease in temperature. Therefore, temperature also it will be directly depend upon the rate of evaporation. Next one is humidity. According to our question, how the rate of temperature it will be depends upon humidity. Humidity is the amount of water present in the air. What is mean by humidity? Amount of water present in the air. If the amount of water in the air is already high, the rate of evaporation it will be decreases because already in the atmosphere number of water droplets is more. What will happen? Humidity. Now you can observe in the Bangalore weather, already the temperature is very low, humidity. Then here the rate of evaporation, if you keep any wet cloths outside to want to dry, it will take more time because already the atmosphere is contain too much of humidity. Then evaporation of water from that wet cloth it will take more time, otherwise it will become slow. Compared to the summer it will become slow. Therefore, the amount of water in the air is already high, the rate of evaporation it will be decreases. It means the humidity is inversely proportional to the rate of evaporation. Compared to the wind speed, if the wind speed is increases, the rate of evaporation is increases. Yes, when wind speed increases, when the air it is blowing in higher speed, then evaporation also it will be increases and decreases with decrease in the wind speed. This means wind speed is directly proportional to the rate of evaporation. All the quantities they will be directly proportional, but only humidity it will be inversely proportional. Then I included here the definition. Latent heat of vaporization is the heat energy required to change 1 kg of a liquid into a gas at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. They may ask in the exam based on this latent heat of vaporization. What is mean by that? Heat energy, how much heat is required to change 1 kg of a liquid into a gaseous format at a particular at atmospheric pressure and at its boiling point. That is the meaning of latent heat of vaporization. Let us move to the next question. Dash of thermodynamics is used to determine the concept of energy conservation. Already I discussed energy of conservation, which law it is telling. Zeroth law or second option first law, third option second law, none of the above. Already we discussed first law of thermodynamics. It is used to understand the concept of energy conservation. Then let us discuss what is mean by zeroth law, second law, yes, everything. Firstly, I will move. Sorry. The zeroth law of thermodynamics states that if thermodynamic system are each in thermal equilibrium with a third, then they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. The law is it will be based for the temperature measurement. Very simple way I will tell. A, B, C. You are having three different system. If AC is in thermal equilibrium, if CB is in thermal equilibrium, then when these two are thermal equilibrium, then AB also they will be in thermal equilibrium. All the three. If any two common system are related to third one, if the two system if they are thermally equilibrium with each other, then the third one also it will be thermally equilibrium with each other. This is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. That one you have to remember. Then the first law of thermodynamics, energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed in an isolated system. Energy can be transferred from one form to another form. It is nothing but, first law is nothing but conservation of energy. The first law of thermodynamics is a statement of law of conservation of energy. According to the first law, delta Q it will be equal to delta W plus delta U. Delta Q means amount of heat, delta W means amount of work done, delta U is internal energy. Now, the first law of thermodynamics help us on understanding the principle of conservation of energy, whereas according to the second law of thermodynamics, for natural system, heat always flow in one direction, higher temperature to a lower temperature, unless it added by an external factor. From this second law of thermodynamics, see always what is meant by the second law of thermodynamics, it will tell always the heat it will flow in only one direction. First law is nothing but conservation of energy. Zeroth law is nothing but conservation of energy. Zeroth law, this thermal equilibrium it will tell. Then second law of thermodynamics, always the heat it will follow, always it will be in one direction. That is, and to measure the direction of force we can term entropy, which can be expressed as delta S divided by integral of delta Q divided by T. Delta Q is heat exchange, delta W means work done due to expansion, delta U internal energy of the system, delta I is change in entropy, T means temperature. That one you have to remember. Then I will tell the shortcut how to remember first law, second law, third law, everything. According to first law, energy, okay, already I explained. Then see, trick to remember, zeroth law is concept of temperature. Like this you have to remember, like this, like a triangle you have to remember, all they will be in thermally equilibrium. Then first law, concept of internal energy or energy conservation. Then second law, concept of entropy or heat flow. This is the second law formula. Remember this one, this is the second law formula. Delta S change in entropy, this it will be equal to integral of delta Q divided by T. This is the equation. we will use for the second law of thermodynamics. Yes, remember I told the short trick also how to remember zeroth law, first law, second law of thermodynamics, everything. Let us move to the next question. If the temperature of the source is increased, what is the efficiency of the Carnot engine? First option increases, second option decreases, third option remains constant, fourth option first increases then become constant. If the temperature of the source is increased, the efficiency of the Carnot engine it will be increases. Let us discuss how. Yes, everything I explained Carnot engine. Yes, Carnot engine it contains two main parts. Let us discuss once again the Carnot engine. The theoretical engine which works on Carnot cycle is called as a Carnot engine. It gives the maximum possible efficiency among all the types of heat engine. Among all the types of heat engine, the Carnot engine it will gives maximum efficiency, means it will gives maximum work done it will be maximum. The part of the Carnot engine which provides heat to the engine is called as a heat source. Heat source it will gives heat to the engine. Then temperature of the source is maximum among all the parts. The part of the Carnot engine in which extra amount of heat is rejected, that we will call it as a heat sink. In the Carnot engine you have to remember the heat source. Mm, it will provide the heat, then heat sinks after work done, the extra heat is rejected through the sink. The amount of work which is done by the engine is called as a work done. Then the efficiency of the Carnot engine, you have to remember this formula. This neta it will be 1 minus Tc divided by Th is nothing but work done divided by Q, where Tc is the temperature of the sink, then Th is the temperature of the source, W is the work done by the engine, Q in means heat given to the engine, heat out, that is QR, heat is rejected. QR means heat is rejected, Q in means the amount of heat it will enter the Carnot engine. Then what they are asking in the question, the temperature of the source is increased. The temperature of the source is increased. If Th is increased, I will read the question once again. If the temperature of the source is increased, what is the efficiency of the Carnot engine? What is the efficiency of this Carnot engine? You know efficiency it will be 1 minus Tc divided by Th. When Th is increased, then this overall Tc by Th also, this overall it will be increased. 1 minute, 1 minute, wait a minute, I will explain. Here if Th is increased, the value of Tc by Th it will be decreased. If Th is increased, then the value of Tc by Th, because this Th it will be in the denominator, therefore this overall value it will be decreases. Hence the value of Tc by Th it will be Tc by Th it will be decreased. Hence the value of 1 minus Tc by Th it will be increases. If the temperature of the source is increased, the efficiency of the Carnot engine it will be increased. Don't get confused. Here if Th is increased, then this Tc by Th, this value is decreases. 1 minus something like 0.5 something, then overall it will be increase only. This much you remember in the exam. When temperature of the source if it is increased in the efficiency of the Carnot engine, the efficiency of the Carnot engine also it will be increases, because they are like directly proportional. Even this ratio, even though this ratio is decreased, but overall 1 minus is there, therefore again it will be increases. That much remember. Otherwise shortcut remember, if the temperature of the source, if it is increased, then efficiency of the Carnot engine also it will be increases. That is the question. If you are smart enough, consider this formula and you can conclude. Otherwise if you are getting confused, better take the statement only, remember one or two times, then easily you can answer. Yes, let us move to the next. 2 minutes I will take, not 2 minutes at least. Okay, because of my headache, cold, fever, even my mind also, it will sometime it will become blank. I am not active that much. Next, a Carnot engine works between the temperature 2 to 7 degree and 127 degree. If the work output of the engine is 10 to the power of 4 joule, then amount of heat rejected to the sink it will be. Everything they are given, substitute, you will get the answer. Easy. T1 is given, converted to, always T1 is related to source temperature, T2 is nothing but sink. Then here T1 is 227 degrees Celsius plus 273, convert into Kelvin. Here also convert into Kelvin. Work done is 10 to the power of 4 joule. Then you know the efficiency is nothing but 1 minus T2 by T1 is nothing but 1 by 400 divided by 500. You will get 1 by 5. Then next point, the amount of heat absorbed by the Carnot engine, Q1, it will be W divided by efficiency. Then 10 to the power of 4 divided by 1 by 5, simplify, 5 into 10 to the power of 4 joule. Amount of heat absorbed, Q1. The amount of heat rejected, the formula it will be Q2, it will be equal to Q1 minus W. Q1, 5 into 10 to the power of 4 minus W is minus 1 into 10 to the power of 4. 5 minus 1 is 4, then 4 into 10 to the power of 4 joule, that is nothing but Q2. Very easy problem, everything they are given in the question. A Carnot engine works between the temperature T1, T2, everything they are given. Then work done they are given. The amount of heat rejected to the sink, amount of heat, how much amount of heat it will be rejected, Q2 you have to find out. Then consider the formula efficiency of Carnot engine, 1 minus T1 by T2 by T1, substitute, you will get the answer 1 divided by 5. Then Q1, amount of heat absorbed by the Carnot engine, it will be W divided by efficiency of the engine. Then simplify, you will get this one. The amount of heat rejected, it will be Q2, it will be equal to Q1 minus W. Sorry, Q1 minus W. Let us move to the next question. In which thermodynamic process is there no flow of heat between the system and the surrounding? Very easy question. In thermodynamics, which process the heat it will neither enter, it will not leave? First option is isobaric, second option is isochoric, third option is adiabatic, fourth one is isothermal. The correct answer it will be adiabatic. In adiabatic process, the temperature is sorry in adiabatic process, no flow of heat between the system and the surrounding it will takes place. Let us discuss in detail isobaric, isochoric and adiabatic process. Fastly I will go because these are the simple concept. Yes, isobaric process means it allows to set up the relationship between the changes in volume and also temperature under constant pressure. Isobaric process means the changes, it allow set up the relationship between the changes in volume and temperature under constant pressure. See, isobaric, no, isobaric V1 by T1, it will be equal to V2 by T2. Otherwise, V is directly proportional to T, and here pressure it will be remains constant. Pressure it will be constant in the isobaric process. Let us consider isochoric process, the process in which the volume of the gas remains constant. Volume is constant is called as the isochoric process. For example, a gas is filled in a closed container, then the volume of the gas will be remains constant. Here volume is constant, here volume it will be constant. In this case, isobaric pressure it will be constant. Then P1 by T1 it will be equal to P2 by T2. Remember, these are the important points. Then in adiabatic process, the thermodynamic process in a system in which no heat transfer occurs between the thermodynamic system and surrounding adiabatic process. PVR, PV it will be constant. Then yes, PV it will be constant in adiabatic process. Then isothermal process, already I told temperature it will be remain constant. It allows to set up the relation between the change in pressure and volume at constant temperature. PV it will be constant. Here in adiabatic process PV, here also in isothermal PV it will be constant at constant temperature. Here PV, this ratio it will be there like a gamma. PV raised to the power of gamma. Gamma we will consider as a specific ratio of specific heat. Then isothermal means the temperature it will be remain constant. Therefore, according to the question, in adiabatic process no heat it will be enter, no heat it will be flow. No flow of heat between the system and surrounding is adiabatic process. Remember, based on which they will give the answer, we don't know. Next one, an ideal gas heat engine operates in Carnot cycle between 227. I think this one is over or repeated one. No. Values are different. Ideal gas heat engine operates in a Carnot cycle between the temperature T1, T2 they are given. It absorb 6 into 10 to the power of joule heat at high temperature. Q1 is given. The amount of heat converted into the work. How much of amount is converted into the work they are asking. T1, T2 they are given, Q1 is given, then amount of heat converted into the work done you have to find. Yes, Shweta, hi. Let us move to the next. Let us solve the question. T1 convert into Kelvin. 227 plus 273 is 500 Kelvin. Then 127 degrees centigrade plus 273, 400 Kelvin. Heat absorbed, always heat absorbed consider as Q1 is 6 into 10 to the power of 4 joule. The efficiency of heat engine, you know the formula, neta it will be W divided by Q1. This one we can use, otherwise 1 minus T2 by T1. Both also we can equate. Whatever they are given, use this. They are given W divided by Q1, it will be equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. Work done you have to find. Q1 they are given heat absorbed 6 into 10 to the power of 4. 1 minus T2 is 400, then T1 is 500. Then W divided by 6 into 10 to the power of 4. This it will be equal to, simplify this one, you will get 1 by 5. Then W it will be 6 into 10 to the power of 4 divided by 5 is nothing but 1.2 into 10 to the power of 4 joule of work it will happen. Work done, it will be 1.2 into 10 to the power of 4 joule. Very easy question. Please don't leave the question if they ask based on Carnot cycle. Remember the formula. Then temperature T1 T2, yes, T1 T2 you will not get confused. You will get confused between Q1 and Q2. Q1 always how much amount of heat required to do a particular work done, we will consider as Q1. Q2 is related to, always related to sink. Otherwise the extra heat is rejected with the help of the sink, we will consider as Q2. That one you have to remember. Yes, let us move to the next question. In thermodynamics, dash is not a state variable. First one is density, second one is internal energy, third one is enthalpy, fourth option is heat. In thermodynamics, dash is not a state variable. Heat is not a state variable. Let us discuss what is meant by state variable. Here they are asking which one is not a state variable. Heat. Let us discuss what is meant by state variable, path variable. State variables are defined thermodynamic variables which depends only on the initial and final state of a thermodynamic system. The variable does not depend on the how the thermodynamic system changes itself from the initial to the final state. Temperature, pressure, internal energy, density are the example of state variables. Remember, state variables are also called as a state function. This temperature, pressure, internal energy, density, all we will consider as a state variable. State variables means thermodynamic variables which depends only the initial and final stage of a thermodynamical system. State variable always they will be depend upon the initial and final state of a thermodynamic system. Okay, that we will consider as a state function. What is meant by path variable? Are defined as thermodynamic variable which depend on the way in which the thermodynamic system achieved the initial and final status. Like heat, work is the example of path variable. It's in the simple words you have to remember. State variables is mainly depends upon the final and initial value, initial and final values, whatever the change. But path variable, that is a continuous process. It will be depends upon the throughout the process of a thermodynamics, like heat and work. These are the path variable. Temperature, pressure, internal energy, density are the state variable. Remember. Therefore, here heat is a path variable, density, internal energy, enthalpy, these three are the state variables. Yes, internal energy, pressure, density, enthalpy are example of state variables since they depend only final and initial state of the thermodynamic system. Heat is a measure of amount of energy present in a thermodynamic system. As the amount of heat energy changes, the heat present in the system changes. Hence, it is a path variable. Simple way state variable, it mainly depends upon the initial and final state of a thermodynamic process. Path variables, they will be depends on throughout of the process of a thermodynamical process. That is very, very important. Almost 15 minutes over. I am feeling tired because of this headache, fever. I'm thinking why I've become sick at this point, because at this point only I have to take more classes. Even my body is not supporting to take more classes. Headache, fever, cold means we can't tolerate. At least there is some other things. Okay, we can manage, but this big problem. What is the source of temperature of the Carnot engine in K required to get 70% of efficiency? Given sink temperature is 27 degree centigrade. Let us consider here, given that sink temperature is Tc it will be 27 degree, convert into Kelvin, 300 Kelvin. Then efficiency neta it will be 70%, means 70 by 100 get cancelled, you will get 0.7. Then you know the formula, efficiency of Carnot engine 1 by Tc divided by Th. Efficiency is given 0.7, 1 minus Tc is given 300, Th, then Th it will be 300 divided by 0.3, this is nothing but 1000 Kelvin. Simplification, I know you can do it your own, no need to explain simplification. By remember the formula, this one, then whatever they are given in the exam, substitute, sorry, in the question, substitute, you will get the answer. Easy question. Next, the heat given to an ideal gas in isothermal condition is used to, first one, increase temperature, second option, do external work, third option, increase temperature and in doing external work, fourth option, increase internal energy. The heat given to an ideal gas in an isothermal, what is the reason why we will provide the heat? We will provide the heat to do the external work. Very easy question. Yes, this is the condition, again the first law of thermodynamic. Yes, simple one. The heat given to the ideal gas is the isothermal condition is used to do the external work. Which variable is held constant in Charles' law? Which variable we will keep it as a constant in the Charles' law? First option is temperature, second one is volume, third one is heat, fourth option is pressure. The correct answer it will be pressure. In Charles' law we will keep pressure constant. Yes, consider here the Charles' law. Here, if the pressure remain constant, the volume of the given mass of a gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. If V is directly proportional to temperature, if pressure is constant, then V1 by T, this it will be V1 by T1, it will be V2 by T2. This is we will consider as Charles' law. In Charles' law, pressure it will be remains constant. Yes, from it is clear that Charles' law pressure remains constant. Always remember, in Charles' law pressure it will be constant. I think this one is the last question. Yes. 110 joule of heat is added to a gaseous system whose internal energy is 40 joule. Internal energy they are given. 110 joule of heat is added to a gaseous system. Then the amount of external work done is delta Q, also they are given. Amount of heat delta Q. Delta U also they are given. You have to find out delta W. Very easy question. Delta Q they are given. Delta U is 40 joule. Then you know the formula. Delta Q it will be delta W plus delta U according to first law of thermodynamics. Then delta U it will be delta Q minus delta W. Then delta internal energy they are given 40 joule. Delta Q is 10 joule minus delta W. Then delta W it will be 110 minus 40 is nothing but 70 joule. No need to convert, you can substitute in this equation, in this formula only you will get. No need to write, no need to alter the formula also. Substitute directly, you will get the value of delta W is nothing but 70 joule. Very easy problem because everything they are given. Amount of heat is given, amount of internal energy is given, amount of work done you have to find. Use the formula, you will get the answer. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for listening my class. I will try to take the classes continuously from today. Because of my health issues, I am asking once again sorry. From last 3 days, I am not able to take even one live classes also. Even I felt bad because when the exams are near, almost we have to take maximum classes. Even I have to do the revision also. Definitely last 10 days I am planning to discuss only MCQ question. only MCQ. I will do the revision last 10 days. Within 5 days, how much possible? Within these 5 days, I will try to complete the portions. Last 10 days, I will not give any extra information. Whatever we discussed up to here, all the MCQ questions based on the topic wise, all maximum number of questions I will discuss in MCQ series. I will take evening classes only, because in the evening only all the teachers or you will be free. I will try to take after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, when I started doing the revision. We will discuss only MCQ. I will not discuss more theory class on that classes. We will discuss only MCQ series. Definitely it will helpful for you to, in the exam, you can also feel you are doing a revision classes. Okay, then if today possible, I will take one more class based on cylinder volume and surface area, because that chapters are very very important. Volume and surface area I discussed with cuboid in last classes. Today I will discuss in the case of a cylinder solid figure, volume and surface area. Then remaining, when once I started the revision, based on all the topics, I will choose the MCQ questions, even maths also, physics also, chemistry also. We will discuss MCQ questions in last 10 days. I am planning that one. I will make my health also proper, then I can concentrate more, I can take more classes also. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone, thanks for listening my class. Please watch my classes. Definitely after this TET classes, I am starting HSTR classes also. Definitely they will call HSTR, no doubt about that one. High school teachers definitely they will be going to call, because from last year they are telling, but this year after, well, let us focus on first TET. After TET exam, from July 1st only I will start taking the classes based on HSTR syllabus. Okay, we will not wait for the notification, because once the notification comes, they will give only 2 months. After the 2 months, 2 3 months, they will conduct the exam. Only 2 3 months is not enough to prepare our PUC syllabus. That's why when we are having the free time, we will study in detail. That's why from July 1st, I am planning to take conduct HSTR classes. That's why those who are new to watching my classes, please subscribe to my channel. Definitely I will help you to clear your government exams. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone, take care.